and I want to continue on from where I left off. If you're just watching, I appreciate it, and I hope this helps. I really do. I want to continue on basically to the person who helped me. I am working retail right now, and I'm doing it to put my way through school because I'm a biochemistry student. And I actually had a customer come in, and we just happened to start talking about my thyroid, because if you have a thyroid issue, you know that it just comes up because that's all you think about, because that's your life now. And basically we just got to talking, and she said that she had a thyroid problem, and I had a thyroid problem. She had a psoriasis problem. I have a psoriasis problem, and mine is pretty much gone. I mean, it's not completely gone. It's about 75% gone from what it was. So it helped a lot. But she showed me her pictures of her before, and she actually showed me her legs there, and it was amazing. It was gone, and she lost 120 pounds over the course of a couple years, and she was in great condition. I couldn't fault her for anything. She gave me everything I needed to see and hear to prove it to me. I mean, I saw these documentaries on Netflix, and you'll see them, Fat, Sick, Nearly Dead, and I actually have his juicer that I went out and I bought. He's a good guy, good documentary to watch, because it shows you all the medications he was on and the medications he is now off of and all the weight he lost. Okay, so Forks Over Knives is a good one. Food Matters is a good one. The list goes on, and it basically says to eat raw, whole food, plant-based diet, which I don't think I could do long term. But honestly, even if you just want to incorporate the juicing into your diet, I mean, even if you don't have a thyroid problem, I can't even see how this would be detrimental in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you need to do it. I mean, it's not as expensive as they make it out to be. I mean, I found a local ranch market that sells stuff for very cheap, and in mine, this is the list I put in mine. And I usually cut it in half because I don't need this much. So I put green apples, a bundle of kale, 2 beets. Yeah, I know we're not supposed to have kale if you have hypothyroidism, but I threw it in there anyway, and I'm not having any problems. Cucumbers, melons. You can put in cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, whatever you want. 1 box of strawberries, 1 box of blackberries, a bundle of spinach. And the greens is actually where I feel the biggest difference. So with the spinach and the kale, with the absence of those two, I don't feel as if my body's churning out enough for me. So I'm trying a little while without it, and then I'm going to reincorporate it later. But then it's 1 bundle of celery and carrots. So essentially that's my list that I make every time. I'll incorporate some ginger and some other aspects, you know, just to spice up the flavor, maybe a lemon or an orange or 2. It's totally your choice, but it's just a matter of your preference. Okay, but this woman, she came into the store, she opened my eyes, and she was off all of her medication as well, and I told her how bad my situation was, and honestly, she said, just go for it, you know, it can't hurt. And honestly, after the first couple days, well, within those first couple days, actually, let me start there. Like, I was on so much medication, I had so much in my system that I was kind of tweaking out a little bit, because the juice either stopped or suppressed my my immune system from attacking my thyroid, which let it make hormone. So I just had a lot. I actually had all my natural hormones back, plus the synthetics. So the first day I was at 100, then I went down to 50, and then from 50 to 25, and then I stayed at 25 for a while needlessly, because I just thought, I was just so used to taking the medication. Now, I'm not condoning any act or behavior on your part. I don't want to be that guy who is faulted for anything. I just want you to take it slow. Take the information. If you're going to try it, do it safely. And if you can, have somebody present. I mean, just be careful. I mean, try to think of everything that could go wrong, and just try to have something counterbalance in place to counteract any negative aspect that might occur based on that. Okay? So then we're going to move to the next one. I have to juice every 2 to 3 days, like I told you. That's just me. You might want to do it every day. If you do, great. it's even better. So let's say the next one, I would say give it a minimum of at least 3 months. So in 3 months time, you actually want to say, hey, I tried it and it didn't work. At least I know it doesn't work. I can move on now. So good. I hope you don't say that, but I mean, at least you tried. I'm, like I said in the previous video, I'm about a month and a half in, and I love it. It changed my life. I mean, if it ever came to the point where I couldn't juice anymore and I had to be back on medication, I don't even know what I would do. My life would be so different. I feel like I was 10 years ago. I'm 28 now, so if you take off 10 years of my life, 18, fresh out of high school, that's how I feel now. I mean, give or take, I mean, not 100%, but for the most part, yeah. Like I said, I have to supplement still a little bit of Thyroid, so I get that 25 and I crush it up, and I have that little scoop I told you about in the other videos, and then I put it into a gel capsule, and then I'm taking that every day. So I'm still not 100% free. Those days where I don't supplement the Thyroid, I really do feel like sluggish and slow, and that's how I kind of appeared in those last couple videos. I don't know, I was just so out of it. I really appreciate all the support and everything that everyone showed me, but I was really out of it. I mean, those videos, you could just see me, I was just so out of it. But basically, in the end, I'm not looking for a cure-all. I just wanted something to ease the pain. I know energy is a big factor in the thyroid community, and when it comes down to it, you just want the energy to just partake in anything you want to do. And I think I found it, and honestly, it's in the most natural place. It was hiding in plain sight the whole time. And you think that a pill would be the cure-all, and you want to trust doctors and the medicinal community, but honestly, like, we've barely been around at all in the scientific age. I mean, I'm a biochemistry student, and I can admit that we don't know that much right now. I mean, if it came down to the actual chemicals in the cigarette that might have caused this, there is no way to know. There is no certainty I can get from anyone or any doctor anywhere. I mean, I've been to so many doctors, and all of them have turned me away, wanted to put me on antidepressants or another form of some kind of pill, when in actuality these pills have been, maybe tested for a week. Those trials are so short, and they tested on such a small group of people. It's like they just want to rush it into production to actually make some money, so I can't really condone anything anymore when it comes to the pharmaceutical industry or anything. But I can't see how this would hurt anyone. It's literally just vegetables and fruit. So there's got to be a deficiency for my immune system. If I eat those vegetables or fruit, I don't get it. So I've tried it. So I think it's just the juicing. There's some type of I know it absorbs it faster because it's a liquid, but honestly, there's got to be a deficiency somewhere in my system, because it doesn't contain what it needs to contain, the autoimmune actual function that the immune system is playing on my thyroid. So now I hope it has it. I feel great. My thyroid levels are fine. I've had it tested. My doctor said that he didn't kind of believe what was going on, and he's like, you should still take something. But I knew when I was over, and I knew when I was under. I could feel it. I don't know. I guess I'm just that rare case. Doctors look at me crazy when I say I can feel when I'm hyper and I can feel when I'm hypo instantly. If I take too much, 10 minutes later, I'm gone. I'm so tweaked. So honestly, it's a different story for me than it is going to be for most people. But honestly, I feel like that other woman, she's going to be my case in point for everyone else, because I feel like she had a hypothyroid issue that most probably most of you will have. So if she is going to have any form of luck, I honestly think that some of you will. And if I reach one person that I help, honestly, it's worth it in my mind, because these YouTube videos are lacking. They are so lacking. I've been through countless and endless, and there's literally no knowledge on here. I mean, not to bash any people that are making videos. I'm so happy you're all making videos. Any knowledge is good knowledge, but I figured that doctors would be on here and there'd be people sending information. But honestly, I feel like the knowledge has to come from the people who experience it. You know, it's like, we know what works. I mean, they can sit there until their face is blue telling us what works, but if it doesn't, then, I mean, it's kind of pointless. So I just want you to try it. I don't want to keep you here too long. And I'm glad you watched, because I know this is like 20 minutes of your life, and I really do appreciate your time, and I hope it works. And I'm going to list in my discussion the list of all the vegetables and fruit that I put in the juice, and also the machine that I went out and bought. It was $150. You don't have to get that guy, but I just opted for the powerful one, because honestly, this is probably going to be happening for the rest of my life, if not a very long time. So I might as well go out and splurge a little bit when it comes to the machine that's going to be facilitating, you know, my cure, quote unquote. So just go out and try it. I mean, they have $50 juicers at Walmart. And if you don't want to feed the Walmart machine, then go somewhere else. But they're $50. I mean, you can go on Amazon and get one mailed to your house. They're really cheap. When it comes to vegetables and fruit, you might want to stay away from supermarket chains, because they're really expensive. You might want to have to find a ranch or a local vegetable or fruit market stand or something that's local. And you know, if you can buy organic, go for it. It's going to be better for you, and you're probably feeding that farmer and, you know, funding his farm, so to speak. So if you can, always buy local, and just try to keep it fresh and clean. And I'm so glad you guys listened. I hope this helps you so much. Like I said in the last video, I'm going to put out another video, and I'm probably going to continue keep putting them out, but it's going to take me a while. I have work and school and everything. But when I do have the energy and time, I will come out and do it. But I'm going to do a couple book reviews in the future. I actually have the video made already, but the editing system on YouTube is kind of giving me trouble for some reason. But I'll end there. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good night, okay?